My name is Jess B. Guy. I'm a guest lecturer at San Jose State University in the Justice Studies Department. What we talk about in class is the phenomenon of terrorism, that is the process by which someone is drawn to terroristic acts, the process by which someone becomes radicalized, which is not a helpful term, but it is one that's used quite commonly. The textbook deals with the psychology of terrorism, and what the author, Mr. Horgan, is looking at is how and why do people get involved in a terrorist group? What are the stages, the processes by which they evolve through a terrorist organization? And what steps are taken by that group to move from either a demonstration, a radical extreme approach to an ideology or a religion, to actual violence. And in many cases what we see is that groups which organize for even extreme reasons don't necessarily fall into violence. My own personal experience, I had almost 30 years with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms as an agent. Part of that time I dealt with extreme groups, any group from, say, the Philippines who were trying to overthrow Marcos when he was in power, to groups that would supply firearms to Lebanon during the Lebanese Civil War, to white power groups in Idaho and Montana who were anti-black, anti-Jewish, and committed violent acts, to extreme groups even including motorcycle gangs, outlaw motorcycle gangs, who would use violence as a way of intimidation in their illegal activities, usually drug dealing, something along those lines. They do draw recruits from a variety of sources and for a variety of reasons. Most of the time it's a self-aggrandizement picture. Look at us, we're strong, we're doing great things for our cause, we have power, we can influence people, and if you join us or come with us, you will reap these benefits. So they sell themselves, just like any organization, just like a political organization would sell themselves, or a fraternity, or a sorority. But they do it in a much more extreme manner, obviously. And they draw people in. And the people they draw in come from all walks of life. They can be disenfranchised, or they can be very wealthy. And what we've seen in a lot of the groups is that you do have a very diverse community of involved people in these organizations. No religion or political entity or ideology has the moniker of being solely violent and extreme. It can cross all sorts of boundaries, race, religion, everything. There's nothing that you can point to any one group of people and say they're all bad. I mean, we understand that in sociology, we understand that in psychology, and especially in the justice system. You have to be very selective in looking at what a group does. One of the things that the author of our textbook points out is it's not so much who is the extremist, but it's what is the extremist doing. That's what's important. If you look at that, then you can address your assets and your goals towards what they're doing. You always have to have an option of engagement, discussion,